So life can definitely be a little stressful sometimes.
It's going to make a great fire lighter. This makes me happy.
It is in there somewhere. So life can definitely be a little stressful sometimes and definitely overwhelming. And I am a firm believer, nearly fell over, this wild camping movement is helping so many people disconnect from the things that cause that stress, potentially anxiety, and ultimately allow them to push the reset button. I'm out tonight on a wild camp. It's pretty dark and it's only 5 o'clock. So I'm going to set up camp, get a fire going tonight, warm up. It's currently 2 degrees, and share how wild camping, one, has helped me and my mental health, and how I believe it can help so many others. Now it is pretty dark out in the woods. However, one good thing, the wind has blown down a lot of birch twigs. Should be easy to get a fire going. Okay, so first things first, let's get a little camp set up. I think this will do the trick. I'm going to use these 2 trees here, that one and that one. I'm going to have a little bit of luxury today and set up a tarpaulin and the tent. I've got the Fox 2 V2, but I wouldn't mind a little bit of a bigger area. Okay, first things first, I'm going to use my jungle rope to get this tarp up nice and quick. Jungle ropes are amazing. If you haven't got one, I've got a little video on how to make one. I think I'll have it head height, you know. Right, I can get this ridiculously heavy bag off the ground. Oh, Jesus. So if you've been thinking about starting wild camping, maybe it's something that you're contemplating or thinking about doing but haven't quite yet done, I need to reassure you, it's not as hard as you think. It's not as expensive as you think. And there's just a few simple steps to get you started. What's great is all the twigs that are underneath here are birch. It's going to make a great fire lighter. They're a little bit damp, but we'll get away with that. You can see all the birch I've just collected from setting up the tarpaulin. What a great little fire starter. So you can see, oh, for God's sake. So all this birch I've just collected from under the tarp, tied it up messily, to be fair, a little bit of dogwood around there. And this is going to be a fantastic little start to my fire lighter. I probably need 1 or 2 more of these. Okay, but now we need to finish setting up camp, so let's get on. It's time to get a fire going, and you can see here I've prepped 3 fairly decent bundles of birch, and nice that we've already got a bed of ash here from previous, so it should be nice and easy to get this going. No wind, no rain, dry birch. We're even going to go old school with a ferrocerium rod. It's not called a flint and steel, by the way. Obviously I've always got with me a ferrocerium rod and my little knife, so let's see if we can get this going. So my journey over the last 2 years has been an interesting one, and wild camping is never something I thought I'd end up doing, but it is something that's really started helping me. So 2 years ago, I started looking into anything and everything that could help my mental health. I suffered with depression, I had really low self-confidence around body image, and weighed 23 stone. I did lots and lots of things to try and help me, from meditation to yoga to obviously losing weight.
And once I lost the weight, it unlocked things that I was never able to do. I started running, I ran half marathons, I started going to park run. But wild camping was one of the things. It didn't help me on my physical health journey. Well, I guess the hikes and that did, but it was more about helping me on the mental health journey. Physically now able to get out, to hike, to go up large hills. Wild camping actually became unlocked for me as a result of changing my physical health, not realising the profound effect it would have on my mental health. I like to wild camp solo because it gives me a chance to sort through my thoughts, think about my life, what I'm doing, where I'm going, what's making me happy, and ultimately this makes me happy. And if that's the case, the people around me benefit. If anyone's thinking of wild camping and hasn't done it yet, I would urge you, just do it, give it a go. It's not expensive to start. Facebook Marketplace, you can pick up cheap gear and then get out and give it a go. Just be careful, be safe, do your research, and never leave any trace.
Tonight for dinner we've got, it's like a beef casserole, just a tinned one, but then we've chucked in some rice, a little bit of water that'll reduce down, and yeah, should be quite tasty. So someone gave me a little bit of stick last time for my pudding, but this, for me, chocolate pudding, it is in there somewhere, and custard cooked on an open fire, how is that not for winners? So it's time to get to bed, and hopefully I can show you guys the sunrise.
So this has to be my favourite time when I wild camp. Waking up in the morning and everything looks different from the night before. Getting the coffee on the go, early doors, and just the water boiling. All of these little things make the mornings of wild camping my favourite time to reflect on the evening I've just had and to plan more evenings coming up. This is the time I feel at most peace. Wild camping's got some incredible benefits, and it's been proven now that being out in nature actually reduces your cortisol levels. It's also a great way of building that resilience. Something as simple as making a cup of coffee or starting a fire can pose challenges, and overcoming those challenges, whether it be the wind, the rain, the lack of material, having to find it, and it taking so much more time to get the creature comforts that you've got at home, will naturally build that resilience. And also the fantastic benefits it's got just for focus, mindfulness, bringing yourself in the present moment. You're so focused on what you're doing now that it's easy to push everything else to one side. So if you're a camper or a wild camper, do me a favour, leave a comment below and let me know, why do you do it? What is it that you get out of wild camping? Because some people may watch these videos and think, why on earth would you want to do what you're doing? Sleeping in the cold, effort to make a coffee. So if you, like me, love doing this, leave a comment below. Let me know why you do it and what you get out of it. Thanks for watching.